How are you doing? If you're ever feeling overburdened with the weight of the world, feel free to visit us here. Our home is your home.
Oh, I didn't see you come in. I was reading this letter and... Is there anything I never thought it would happen. They're coming. Even with everything else going on in this village, the Red Legion is coming for me. I was not always the pious man you see before you. No, I was a scoundrel, a raider in the dreaded Red Legion. A gang of the notorious bandit, Red the Dead Edward. But plunder could not sustain me. I wanted something more. Several of us faked our deaths and deserted, always knowing that Red might track us down. And now, he has. It's all here in Red's letter. He demands we satisfy the blood right. 2 lives for 1. He'll let me go, but... only if I kill the men who deserted with me. But I cannot. I could hand myself over to Red, but he'd have me killed. The only other choice is to kill the men who left with me. I can't do that. I'm not the man I used to be. I do what I must. I only hope Ugnar and Itrin will forgive me. Ugnar works in Gorhart village. Itrin haunts the ruins near Haxi, still struggling with his demons. Be on your guard. I fear they will likely come for me as well. When it's finished, take their daggers and bring them to Red Edward. He will demand proof. Take mine to start. Good luck, my friend. May Mitharu bless you. Ugnar works for the inn at Gorhart. Itrin has taken to calling himself the Shade, and robs travelers in Haxi. It is a sacrament of the Red Legion. When you commit a crime, you must pay a penance. Surrender your life, or the lives of 2 others. I'll admit it. My past is a tapestry of drunkenness and loose morals, women and wine. I'm not proud of it, but I couldn't have gotten where I am without making mistakes. The people here are kind, yet suspicious. They believe the mission harbors secrets, and they're right. Ugnar could always be found by Red's side, Red's right hand. But beneath his brutal exterior, Ugnar was a good man, tortured by the ghosts of his dead wife and children. Itrin, however, rivals only Red Edward in his bloodlust. They say he was once a Justicar, but was expelled for brutality. His devotion to his god Enadon is fanatical. I fought under Red for years, yet I know nothing of him. I do know this. He will do anything to get what he wants. The most dangerous kind of man is one without limits. Filled the hunger I was hoping to sate with wine, women, anything and everything. The mission gives my life meaning. Farewell, my friend. Forgive me if I seem a little on edge. I keep expecting to see them. Farewell, my friend. So, you're still seeking Mitharu's guidance? Even the strongest of us need a little help sometimes. Mitharu is with you.
Make it quick, I've got work to do. Can't pay my debts with firewood, not in Gorhart. I knew it was only a matter of time, and I'm not surprised. Delph will do anything to save his own hide, but hiring a sword to do his bloody work is disgraceful. If you want to collect my dagger, you'll have to fight me for it. Steel for steel. I used to be quite the scrapper. Didn't Delph tell you that? You're right. I've spent years trying to bury my past, hoping to wash away my sins with an honest day's work. If I took the blood right, Red would own me once more. Take my dagger, tell him I'm dead, for the Agnar Odgrey you once knew is truly gone. Wise up, my friend.
Welcome. You're welcome in my shop anytime, and please enjoy a discount on all services and merchandise. I'm sure I have a vial somewhere in this cottage, but I do not have the time to search for it. I'm sorry. Do you really think I'm able to part with anything, much less one of my finest mixtures? This is a place of research. There is no charity. Goodbye.
It's not my job to protect the Fae. How many times do I have to tell that to Herc?
Crazy sister, Zelda.
Hey there. Pull up a stool, stranger. We don't have much, but what we have won't leave a hole in your pocket. Are you here about that Fae girl they found outside? New to the area? I don't recall the last time I met someone who was unfamiliar with the Alpha. There are two groups. There used to be one, but that was many years ago. The Loselfar are cool, slightly aloof. The Dockelfar, however, are very friendly, but their charm masks a mischievous nature. I must be honest, sometimes I forget who we are fighting. All I know is that the humans and Alpha have been battling the enemy for close to 10 years now. Nothing of interest to tell. I'm just a simple farm girl from the plains of Erethel. I left home as a girl and travelled west. Found myself here in Gorhart. I feel terrible about what happened to that girl. Gorhart used to be a nice little village. These days we're jumping at shadows. The mission? I don't know much about it. I will say this, it's a waste of good lads, that Order of Mitharu. Not many available suitors in Gorhart, if you haven't noticed. Vast rolling hills east of here near the coast. You should head that way if you wish to join the war effort. The Alpha need all the help they can get. It's as good a place as any, I guess. The Fae are strange, but they rarely bother us down here. I worry more about Nanny Henry, the creepy old alchemist. I've worked here since I was a girl. Arnik runs an honest business, and Ugnar treats me like a daughter, though he doesn't say much. If you need a healer's touch, Katrin works out of a room upstairs. She's Alpha, but I wouldn't hold that against her. All I know is what I've heard from others. They say that the fair folk possess powerful nature magic. That would explain the beauty of these woods. Bye.
Great. I wish the village wasn't so near to Agna Farhall. You know it's haunted, don't you? little Cadwold is too generous. What have the Fae ever done for us?
What is it? You made it. Just in time, too. Give me the potion. It will help, but it's not enough. Someone must go to the Fae and explain what happened here. One small misunderstanding and we'll no longer just be strangers to the Fae. We'll be enemies. She is a member of the House of Ballads, the legendary court of Fae heroes. They are warriors without equal, with centuries of glory to their names. If one of their own was killed by a mortal, the House of Ballads and its king would bring a fierce vengeance upon us. Gorhart would be a ruin by day's end. I'm not sure yet, but this is bad. She's Fae. Even worse, she's a knight in the House of Ballads. Fae don't kill their own, so it must have been someone in Gorhart. If the House of Ballads learns of this, the king will burn Gorhart to the ground. They see all mortals as invaders. We could go to the Warsworn and get an oath of protection, but that would require payment. We mustn't cover this up. But who do we tell? You're turning out to be very helpful, my friend. You have my gratitude. I'll see to it that you're honored. The Warsworn Keep is in southern Yolven, to the east. Be sure to explain how we and Gorhart are innocent of any wrongdoing. I'm trusting you with this. Good luck. It's northeast of here, in the forests of Yolven. The Feylands are a wicked place, crawling with creatures so strange you'll assume you're dreaming. All I know is what I learned in my youth. The heroism of King Wenson and his court of enchantments. My gran spoke of them nightly as she sat by my bedside. For all I know, the House of Ballads is nothing more than myth. But I have a feeling that it exists somewhere out in the deep mists of the Feylands. I believe they call it Shieldring, a recruitment stop for those who wish to march westward to war. Follow the road. You'll see its towers over the trees in Yolven. Farewell. We can't put this off for too long. If this girl is truly a member of the House of Ballads, they will be wondering where she is. Farewell.
Hi.
Thank the gods, somebody finally came. Tell us, are you from Goreheart or Dyden Hill? How many warriors travel with you? It seems you're not the assistance we requested, but don't think me ungrateful. Canarok could use someone of your particular skill. We sit on the border to Webwood, most of us silk farmers. Normally, we rely on our bridges and an ancient Summerfey aura to guard us. But of late, what defenses we have are failing. These monstrous spiders strike at us from all sides. They've even gotten as far as Yolven. A week ago, a team of hunters was led by the village's chief defender, Barton. We need someone to go find him and his party. Good. I have more information to give you regarding Barton and the hunting party. But let's not give anyone false hope. And these townsfolk are growing hysterical. Meet me on the southern bridge and we'll continue our discussion. He is too new to our village to have already given his life in its defense. But I fear it may be too late to save him. The town was built for those who made their living harvesting silk from Webwood. Though dangerous, we had the bridges and magic to guard us. Unfortunately, that seems to have stopped, and we don't have the people or the defenses to hold out indefinitely. The old forest is home to countless spiders. I've heard of a time when it stretched from here to Oderath. Legends say that there was even a terrible wraith named the Widow who ruled the spiders. But such is for children's tales. Those that make their living taking the webbing from the wood so we can process it. Most of them didn't survive the first spider attacks. I'm doing my best to save this town. I'm sure you can see that. They are a strange, mincing people. No sense of themselves or how others perceive them. They're just too caught up in their own nature. The spiders. We've had an uneasy existence on the edge of Webwood. But never have we had to fear for our lives so. And our greatest warrior, Barton, is lost somewhere within it. We need you to find him. Good hunting!
Hello, stranger. Stranger, I heard you aren't afraid to pass through Webwood. What I wouldn't give to be like you, to leave this place. I haven't seen my home in weeks, and I fear something horrible has happened there. That's just it. I don't know. I came to Canarok some days before the first attacks. I was stuck here. Our farmhand, Cartery Jake, stumbled into Canarok a few days later. He was tight-lipped about my parents at first. Then he said the spiders got them. Now he avoids me, avoids everyone. Something happened at the farm, but I can't bring myself to find out what. Thank you. I will give you whatever I have. Just bring me news of my mother and father. I need to know what happened there. At Toff Farm. I need you to find out what happened there. I lost contact with my family when the spider attacks stranded me here. Our farmhand, Cartery Jake, made it here a few days after the attacks began. But he won't give me a straight answer about my parents. I fear the worst. It's a strange man that asks to be in charge in this situation. But we'll need to coordinate if we're to survive this. I am not from the town of Canarok. Not properly. My family... Well, I came from the east, from a small farm on the edge of Webwood. My parents loved the wood. Genuinely. There was no war. There was no worrying. It was a simpler life for them. But they were not from here. They didn't know the danger to our farm, to our lives. Safe journey.
You there? Did the Wolfsworn send you? It's about damn time. I've been rotting in this forest for near a week, and Jory's dead. The trolls are much worse than we thought. We thought rock trolls were bad enough, but these are mountain trolls, twice as strong and very ill-tempered. Oh, excellent. Look, we meant to take care of this situation, but things got out of my control. One of the mountain trolls killed Jory. Anyhow, I'm glad someone arrived at last. The mountain trolls must be stopped. The one that got Jory is still at the camp we made out here. If you can take care of this, I'll be able to retrieve Jory's belongings from the camp. I promise you what's left of his sword as reward. All of them. I think there are 5 wandering the surface, including one at our makeshift camp. The contract was to clear the forest. Do that and I'll be able to return home with honour. We came through training together. No one could outdrink Jory. One time, I remember he actually managed to... You know what? It doesn't matter. Bastard's dead. Hell of a time we had, though. He was one of the good uns. Foul brutes. Unbelievably strong. Twice as strong as everyday rock trolls. And now they've come to Haxie. When you come across any, try to get in close. The belly is where they're tender. Slip a blade or two in there and they won't be on their feet for long. Sworn to war we are. Swords for hire. Not a bad way to make a living if you know which end of a blade to hold. Farewell.
Well now, looks like a nice cut of meat just fell into our laps. Welcome to the Traveller's Camp, Dove. So, I don't want to think you've stumbled on our camp by accident. Go on, ask. Ask to join our merry number. Well, I've seen fist-sized rubies, living people made of vines, and I've even seen a Jotun cry. But this is a first. Why join? The Travellers are renowned rogues, thieves, and all-around good folk. If you live in the shadows, away from the law, we're for you. You want riches? We'll help you take them. You want fame? They'll sing songs of you forever. Want adventure? Look no further. I thought by the look of you that you might. I have a good feeling about you, but some feelings count less around here than they should. I'll send you to the camp's leader, Krilgarin. She'll get you on your way.
The story of two valiant souls I bring. Of the lords named Aylmer and Creth I sing. Two hearts united against common foes. The thoughts in mind of one.
I'm afraid you've caught me at a bad time, friend. The famed hospitality of the gnomes may be missing today. You see, I am in distress. I lent my journal to a fellow surveyor to record information from the Split Rock depths. His name is Horace Despero. He ventured into the caves but never returned. No. I am worried about him, and I must admit, my journal as well. It may sound selfish, but the journals we surveyors keep are very important to our work. If possible, I need to find out what became of my friend. And the journal too. I'm a surveyor from a mining company from the east. The journal contains all the data I've gathered from my exploration of the area. I lent it to Horace so that he could add data he gathered from Split Rock depths. Since he hasn't returned, I'm worried something terrible might have happened down there. If you can find out what happened, I would like to know. It should be somewhere in Split Rock depths. As I said, Horace may be trapped down there also. Please, find out what became of him, and bring the journal back to me. A fellow surveyor from the mining company back east. He went into Split Rock depths with my journal to record new findings, and hasn't been back since. I've heard tales of a malevolent spirit that was trapped within the cavern decades ago. Those who venture in are said never to be seen again. I'm with an outfit known as Motus Mining. We mostly operate out of Detir, but I'm in Dalentarth surveying the forest for new loads to work. Motus is a large gnomish mining company to the east. It profits by selling the resources that it mines. Surveyors like me, who work for Motus, go out into the field and record any pertinent data they find. Most often, you'll find we're a great source of help and advice in just about any area, from irrigation techniques to healing. The gnomes are some of the brightest, most creative minds around. Wherever there's a problem, we'll find the solution. We give so much, and ask for so little in return. Goodbye.
The troll named Nyx had a most troubled heart. In nature it was displeased with its part. It hated its difference from the norm, and wished to shed its current form. In In grief it went to the maid Windermere. She motioned to Nyx and beckoned him near. It is your wish to be human, I see, she whispered to the troubled troll in glee. I shall grant you your wish and make you so. You are a human now, she cackled. Go.
Careful, friend. Well done, friend. Well done indeed. I know in time the trolls will return, but at least now I can make it back to Shieldring Keep with my head held high. Here, take this. It was Jory's sword. Broken now, but she might be mighty again if a skilled smith wants to make her so. It's what Jory would have wanted. I was unable to complete the contract, but since you have, you best get your own eye back to Shieldring Keep and turn it in. Off with you then! Later then.
speak with me a moment while we're away from prying ears. Kenrock is looking to me for leadership, and I'm more than happy to give it to them. However, if Barton returns, that all evaporates. Let me put it this way. It is for the best that he is dead. Do you understand? He's a stubborn and superstitious fool. He'd have the entire town chasing shadows instead of harvesting riches. Barton has survived worse than this. I want assurance that he won't return to rob me of my newfound status. So here's my proposal. Confirm that Barton is dead, whatever it takes. I'll pay well for your help in this. Unlike Barton, I have some sense of what leadership really requires. What are you talking about? I merely asked you to find Barton within Webwood. Or what's left of him. Now, are we finished? Kenrock has need of me. I'm a very important man, you know. Good hunting!
What is it? Thank the gods. Someone from the outside finally made it through. I thought we'd be... well, I never thought I'd see a new face again. But it's good you're here. I'm Silveretta Vonner, the village mediciner, and I need your help.
Normally I keep a stock of anti-venom at hand for when silk farmers get bitten, but with the recent attacks my stores have been emptied. There's not much to the potion, but because we've been in Webwood for so long, we are more sensitive to the spider poison than most. So there is an ingredient I still need, the poison glands of the spiders themselves. I'll need someone to harvest them. Good. I'll need as large a batch of the potion as I can make, so 15 glands or so will be needed. In the maws of the beasts that hunt us, I'm afraid, the only way to get the glands is to kill a spider and take them. It's no easy task, but the town needs this potion soon. He's an eager man, eager to have us all leaping to his call, though who knows how long the village will last with such a leader. My dear husband, I know he thinks himself useless, but the deer has been essential in helping me keep this town in health potions and anti-venom. Even the wondrous Dalentoth has its dark places, but the silk we take from these spiders gets a fair coin elsewhere, so here we stay. But recently the winds of the wood are darker, the air more thick, and now the spiders have besieged us. It's as though the witch has finally come. It's an old story. My grandmother used to tell it when I was young. It's supposed to scare young ones away from Webwood. They said that the widow ripped out her heart when she first found love, and that she has her spiders rip out the hearts of all who dare pierce her wood. Stay safe. What is it? Is something wrong?
You came from the wood? I almost can't believe the last time I was in there. It was when the spiders first came. Sorry, I forget myself. I'm Jennery Vorna. I gather reagents for my wife Silveretta, Canarok's mediciner. My wife? A damn wizard at the alchemy bench? Or a damn alchemist. You know what I mean. It was something that my old dad used to tell me when he wanted to scare the daylights out of me. Watch you don't go too close to the webs, Jen, he'd say. The widow will have your eyes for supper. I always thought it was just a tale. I harvested the silk of that place for 40 years. I know its ins and outs. It was never a completely safe place, but few really are. But I have never seen the spiders act like this. They never broke into a man's house. They never crossed the bridges. Yeah, while you can.
What is it? Is something wrong?
been tracking you for some time. Enadon keeps you strong, but I am stronger. Delph and Ugnar will perish. 2 lives for one. It is the blood right, and I will be free of it at last. Give me Delph's dagger, and you may find mercy in Enadon. Gold has its uses. If Red Idward believes me dead, then I am truly free. Take the dagger. I pray it brings you better fortune than it brought me. Good luck with Red.
Welcome. I am Luminitza. Is it for fate weaving that you have come to my lonely side of the lake? So, you know that louse, do you? I've known him for quite some time now, before fate weaving was dreary business. Good old Agarth. He warned me what too much truth can do. I wish I'd listened closer. Sadly, I have not been welcome across the lake for a long time. When I first arrived here, I gave fortunes to several villagers. The fates were not happy ones. Of course, until I drew their cards, I had no idea. They blamed me and cut off ties. It's not witchcraft like the townsfolk believe. It's simply reading the threads of fate, and some people can't come to terms with it. Unlike most, I started when I was a mere slip of a girl. You see, my mother told fates, and I learned sitting on her knee. Farewell.
I'll kill you all if I have to. Damn boggarts. Give me a moment. Suddenly, very dizzy. Aside from the boggarts and blood plague... Look, you should turn around and go... Go somewhere safe. This is no place for visitors right now. Kester Barclay would know far better than me. He's in the town square. Go and ask him yourself. Kester's right in the town square. Talk to him. They're out in droves. I don't know why, but Kester might. He returned from a scouting mission not long ago. Didenhill's warden. That means he sees to things, keeps us safe and the like. It's the blood plague. The boggarts carry it. Nearly all of the village has been infected. Most don't die from it, but it can weaken a man fiercely. Without a cure, the village won't last much longer. Didenhill is a haven for those traveling from Gorehart to Galliford, but now, nowhere is safe. Talk to you later.
The dust of the road rises to meet you, Wanderer. Welcome to Star Camp. Then Grim has appraised you and found you of worth. But there is another you must appease. Our guide, the anonymous Hierophant. Go to the Hierophant shrine in our camp and pray, as all travelers must. We have many freedoms and one chain. A traveler lives by his or her hands and guile. You must do the same. Trader Haydn sells items to supplement these skills if you need. Travelers have clever hands, but they are useless without the Hierophant, whose eyes guide us, a gift upon which we've come to rely. To receive the Hierophant's visions, we are commanded to pray at their shrines, and there are many who readily comply. I am Kilgaren. I am unfamiliar with the title the Knave of Coins. But as I understand, it grants me responsibility for this camp and its travelers. I know the lands and shadows and winding paths the travelers use. I heed no law or creed of property. For that, I am given leadership. When others feared to even speak to Fae, Grim came and introduced me to the travelers. Ever since, a more stalwart ally I cannot think of. This place has been walked by many, and this copse was hollowed ground once. We maintain it. You are young among our number. I would not color your perceptions of the Hierophant with my own. We are many things, but what the travelers are to most are thieves. We follow our own way. May the road
Pleasant
rise
travels.
to meet you.
What prays before me? An eddy in the river of fate, a cacophony in the song of Amalur. Your presence is unnerving, but you have come and prayed, and honored our creeds. You wish to make yourself a traveler? Then ask me for my portents. For true trust, for true compliance, the Hierophant must have no weakness, nor fault, nor lapse. In other words, the Hierophant must be no one. The price to admit you is great. It will take 3 treasures to balance the burden. First, there is a noble Elfwig Grilrakar staying in Dyden Hill. Steal his medallion. Then, in the nearby mission, claim the pall of the dead St. Edric's. The last are Drog's toothpicks. We have contacted their owner, Gunnar Frode, to buy the items, but you will steal them instead. Not yet. Elfwig Grilrakas is a fastidious man. He will not suffer any undue approach. The Pall of Edric lies in his tomb, which is under many eyes. Wait until none are near before you claim it. At last, Gunnar Frode. He is a shifty man. He will not have the daggers on him or near him. Be warned. Now, you are dismissed.
Always open for business when the road is your marketplace. Are you looking to buy items or sell them? Always looking to make a bit of coin? Always open for business when the road is your marketplace. Are you looking to buy items or sell them? Krilgaren is a good leader for Star Camp. Most here are new to the travelers, and she guides them from danger. It's a quiet camp. If you're looking to gamble, Rose Baden enjoys playing dice. The travelers aren't highwaymen, regardless of what you may have heard. We're a family, a people. We stick with each other. The lodge is a bit of an odd place, run by a pair of brothers deep in the She. By all accounts, they just want to help those passing through the She. Odd. If you need another trade, then come and see Bernard.